Hey everyone, welcome back to Regulate. We are on day 7 of our 31-day Movement May journey. This is our 15-minute breath and body ritual. So for the last 7 days, we've been focusing on grounding into presence and finding presence through movement and breath. So we are gonna go ahead and get started today. If you are already seated, that's great. You can have a seat on the floor, you can sit on a bed, you can also sit in a chair, but the best place is probably gonna be the floor. You can make yourself comfortable by getting some pillows if you need to prop yourself up. That's also fine too. We'll move the fleshy parts of the butt out of the way and we'll sit up nice and tall and straight. And so before we do anything, first things first, we're gonna check in with our breath. So a really good way to check in with yourself, check in with how you're doing, is to check in with the breath. Our breath is often gonna tell us what state we are in. So when the breath is really erratic, right? When we are hyperventilating or when we are over breathing, usually that is a state of fight or flight. Typically that type of breath accompanies some sort of strenuous activity or some sort of level of stress or anxiety. Then when we have our breaths really slow and really regulated or really rhythmic, we are in more of a rest and digest or more of a calming space. One of the easiest ways to do that grounding check-in is to count our breaths. So for 1 minute, I want you to count your breaths without doing anything at all to change or manipulate your breath. So exactly how you're breathing right now, we're just going to start counting those breaths for 1 minute and go. And stop. And so just keeping the number of breaths that you took in mind, hopefully it was under 20. Also want you to pay attention to how you were breathing. So were you breathing out of your nose? Were you breathing out of your mouth? Were you breathing more from the shoulders? Were you breathing more from the chest? Or was that breath coming deep in the belly? And so those are some things that we want to observe. And so now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and sit up nice and tall and straight. We'll lengthen the spine. And we'll start by taking a nice deep inhale and exhale through the mouth. And so here we're gonna go ahead and begin to manipulate the breath. We're gonna take 3 deep breaths together. I want you to inhale nice and deep through your nose, and as you breathe that air in, you should feel your belly expand. So what we wanna try to do is get a deep belly breath or a diaphragmatic breath. So belly rises as you breathe in, and belly should fall as you breathe out. Another thing that you can do is place the hands here at your sides along the rib cage. And so that way when you breathe in and you feel that your belly expand, you'll also feel the ribs, the lower ribs expand out as well. So either here, or if you've got it down and you know what you're doing and you don't have to feel into that breath, you can always bring the palms to the legs. And so we'll take 3 deep breaths and we'll breathe in through the nose. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last breath, we'll breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Go ahead and allow your breath to return to a normal rhythm. And the next time you exhale, we'll exhale, drop the chin to the chest. And we'll inhale, tilt the head up, nose to the sky. Exhale, chin to the chest. And on an inhale, we'll start our head circles. So circling the head, drawing a circle with the nose. We don't have to crank the neck all the way back. We're just drawing gentle circles with the nose. Exhale as you come down. Inhale as you bring it up. And exhale as you come down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And we'll go in the opposite direction. So on your next inhale from the center, we'll inhale and we'll begin to circle the head in the opposite direction. And here you're just taking your time, allowing your breath to move your movement, and just checking in with the neck as you move through. So how is the neck? Maybe you've got a little crunchies going on or little crackles. Maybe this feels really good. Maybe this feels like a great stretch. So just observing what's going on in the neck as you circle through. Last one, we'll inhale up and exhale down. And so we'll take this right into shoulder rolls. So inhale, looping the shoulders up toward the ears, rolling them back and down. On your next inhale, shoulders come up. As you exhale, shoulders come down. And so a really great way to move through this is to move with your breath. Let the breath be the guide for the movement. So if you inhale and your shoulders only come up to here at your full inhale, then we'll begin to exhale and bring them back down. And then we'll take it one shoulder at a time, bringing the shoulders forward. So right, left. And here you can begin to play with the breath just a little bit, seeing what feels good. Inhaling and exhaling, but still moving the shoulders. Good. We'll bring the palms to the legs, rock back on an exhale. And inhale, push forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll inhale forward, and we're going to start with our round of chest circles. So moving to the left, we're going to inhale and then exhale as you constrict or as you come around the back. So opening the chest, we're inhaling. Closing, we're exhaling. And I want you to take these at your own pace today. You can make these really large and you can take up a lot of space if you want to in these circles. Breathing nice and slow, so keeping the breath regulated. Where you may find that you just simply enjoy the tiny micro movements, so smaller, more controlled circles. And either way is fine today, whichever one you like. And when you're ready and your chest comes back to the center, we'll go in the opposite direction. So starting with an inhale, pressing out to the right side, and then we'll take it back and around to the left. Inhale through the center. Perfect. Right palm will come to the right side. Left arm is up and over. Inhale up, and we'll exhale to settle in. And today we'll fold forward and we'll finger trace to the other side. So nice and slow. And we'll inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, settle in. And we're opening the side body. We're breathing into the side. So letting that light into the side body. And we'll fold over again. And we'll finger trace our floor. And we'll come to the center with both hands. And so right here, I want you to inhale. And without rounding into your spine or collapsing, I want you to keep your spine rather straight. And just try to see if you can inch your fingers forward just a little bit. So chest to the floor, and it's okay if it doesn't make it to the floor, but what we're aiming to do, and that's the intention, is moving the chest to the floor, and we're keeping the back straight. So we're not collapsing in like this, but rather we're sitting up straight. We're gonna inhale nice and deep, and then on an exhale, I want you to just inch those fingers down and hold. We'll breathe here for one round. We'll breathe here for one round. And we'll slowly trace the hands up. And we'll take that into our sways. And so here again, we're using the core. So we're leaning, head should be the last thing. And then we're gonna use the core, pull the body up, and then head is the last thing to come center. Opposite side. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take it down. And then you can try to make them nice and fluid. And here, if you put on a really good song, you can sort of like catch the beat, catch the rhythm of the song. And that's always really fun too, to sort of ride the waves of your music. And we'll sit up nice and tall and straight. We're gonna inhale, take the arms up. And we're gonna exhale, side body twist to the right. And we'll take a little circle with the chest. And inhale, take the arms up. We're gonna exhale, side body twist to the left. And we can circle the chest here. We're circling toward the inside arm. So this would be a right circle. Might feel a little awkward. It's okay if it doesn't even look like a circle. Whatever you feel like you're making, try to feel like you're making a circle. And we'll inhale, take the arms up. And bringing the fingertips to the palms, we'll travel the fingertips down. Grounding in, bringing the opposite hand, whichever hand was in the air, bringing that to the top of the head. And we'll just trace our body all the way down to the tops of the thighs. Perfect. And so we'll bring the legs up and go ahead and come into position here. And for just a minute before we lie down and do our final breaths, we'll just do a little bit of pelvic tucks, okay? So in this position here, you want to lean forward or arch the back and then rock back, scooping the pubic bone forward. So it should feel like a lift. So we're extend and tuck. Extend and tuck. Extend and tuck. Extend and tuck. So remember, inhale as we open, exhale as we close. Open, close. Good. And I will meet you in lying. And you can bring the soles of the feet together today if you'd like. You can keep the knees up, or you can extend the legs out long. I'm going to keep a slight bend in the knees today. And as always, you can bring the hands out toward the side and rest them, or you can place the hands at the belly, or you can bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart space. And we'll just take 3 deep breaths here to close out our movement and breath for today. And I just want you to observe how you feel now versus how you felt when you first arrived. Any sensations? Have you opened anything up? Do you feel what came up for you? So we're just observing that. And we're going in through the nose, we're going out through the nose. Deep breath, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. This time we're going to hold it at the top. Holding that breath. And then nice and slow, exhale. And as always, you're welcome to stay in this lying position as long as you'd like. You've gotten 7 days in the bag. You've been here for 1 week of breath and movement. So I want to culminate that with a little journal prompt. So if you have a journal or a piece of paper or something that you write in regularly, maybe your notes app on your phone, I just want you to think over the week of showing up for movement and what this has felt like to you and what this has been like for you. What has the experience of bringing mindful attention to your breath and your movement every day started to stir up inside? You're also welcome to leave it in the comments if you'd like, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 8. Bye.